Hey everybody, I want to give some feedback on the Pendulum Lab that I just got graded. So there were a couple things that a lot of people made the same mistakes on, and rather than typing it 60 million times, I'm just gonna do this. So people weren't calculating gravity correctly in the data table. It should come out to something around 10. A lot of people getting point something, 0.0 something. That suggests that you weren't converting the equation that you were getting G from correctly. So make sure you do your algebra correctly before you do the calculation. Also, a lot of people didn't have correct units of t squared on their graph. If you look at the data table, t squared is time squared, which should be seconds squared. So I saw a lot of t squared in seconds, but it should be t squared in seconds squared. If you get a grade of P okay, that means there was a very small error that I'm not going to worry about, but it wasn't perfect. So it's like, okay, yeah, it was okay. Human error. If you use the phrase human error, you have to explain what human error means. What is the human error? Most of the time, it's a measurement error. So if you use that phrase, which I don't like, but you can use it so long as you explain what human error is. And the few people who did use that phrase did explain it. So what is human error? Well, it's error, yeah, but what? You're going to get lots of tries at passing the lab objectives. You have to get 3 passes on each of the 3 lab objectives. And you're going to have 10, 12 tries, so you don't have to worry about rewriting a lab or anything. I don't care where you start from. If your first 6 labs are all major error even, so long as by the end of class you have 3 passes in each of those 3 lab objectives, you're in good shape. If you have one data point that is off, so I saw a bunch of lines, it's like dot, 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 and then bloop, or dot, 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 and then bloop. That means that there's a mistake. And in this case, in this lab, most of them you timed 9 or 11 oscillations instead of 10. So when you see that in future labs, stop and say, that looks like I made a serious mistake there. Redo that data point and see if you did make a mistake and see if it gets cleaned up. I think that's all of my notes for the Pendulum Lab. Good start. I think this is a good start. As I said, things are going to get a little lax. So for the free fall lab for next week, there's no experiment that you do. I'm giving you data, but what you're going to be doing is working with your lab partner, and you have to do some stuff on a whiteboard. So as you set up a Teams meeting with your partner, and there's a function in there. Or if you are meeting, if you have like a roommate for your lab partner and can meet face to face, take a picture of your notebook, that's fine too. So next week, no experiment itself, but you're going to be doing one more step more difficult in terms of using the whiteboard in Teams. All right, talk to you later.